Amazing stories from Quran. And the first story which I took is from Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 65. It says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وَلَقَدْ أَلِمْتُمُ الَّذِينَ تَدَوْا مِنْكُمْ فِي السَّبْتِ فَقُلْنَا لَهُمْ كُونُوا قِرَادَةً خَاسِئِينَ.
And certainly you have known those among you who exceeded the limits of the Sabbath. So we said to them, be as apes, despised and hated.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. और अपनी कौम से उन लोगों की हालत तो तुम बखूबी जानते हो जो शंबे के दिन अपनी हद से गुजर गए के बावजूद मुमानियत शिकार खेलने निकले, तो हमने उनसे कहा कि तुम रांदे गए बंदर हो जाओ.
As for the Muslims, Friday is a very respectable day. For the Christians, Sunday is similar. For Jews, Saturday was reserved exclusively for prayers. These people lived in town of Elah, near the Red Sea. These people had restrictions on not to do fishing on Saturdays. The people invented crafty methods, sneaky methods, through which the fish got trapped. They dig holes on Friday so the fish get trapped on Saturdays, and then they get the fish on Sunday. In view of their persistent violations, in spite of the repeated warnings given by the prophets, they were transformed into apes. After 3 days, all of them died. A powerful wind swept their corpses into the sea.
The other story which I take is from Surah Al-Adiyat. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Yeah, ayah number 1 to 5. وَالْعَادِيَاتِ دَبْحًا.
I swear by the runners breathing pantingly.
فَالْمُورِيَاتِ قَدْحًا.
Then those that produce fire striking.
فَالْمُغِيرَاتِ صُبْحًا.
Then those that make raids at morn.
فَأَثَرْنَ بِهِ نَقًا.
Then thereby raise dust.
فَوَسَطْنَ بِهِ جَمْعًا.
Then rush thereby upon an assembly.
औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. गाजियों के सर पर दौड़ने वाले घोड़ों की कसम, जो नथनों से फराटे लेते हैं, फिर पत्थर पर टाप मारकर चिंगारियां निकालते हैं, फिर सुबह को छापा मारते हैं, तो दौड़ धूप से गुबार बुलंद कर देते हैं, फिर उस वक्त दुश्मन के दिल में घुस जाते हैं.
Imam Jaffer ibn Muhammad as-Sadiq salam said, the tribes of Bani Salam raised a huge army to launch a surprise attack on Medina in order to kill the believers and arrest the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, upon receiving the information, sent one of his companions, Hazrat Abu Bakr, along with a party of Muslim warriors to prevent the planned attack. But the first encounter, he ran away from the battlefield, leaving a large number of his men dead. Then on the second day, Umar volunteered to go with a promise that he would certainly disperse the enemy. He too failed. On the third day, Umar bin Alas went, but he also was defeated. At last, Imam Ali alayhi salam was sent. He, with his men, traveling in the night and resting in the daytime, reached the scene of the battle, attacked the enemy in the early hours of dawn, and won a decisive victory.
Imam Ali alayhi salam killed most people, and the rest he made prisoners, and those who want to arrest Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam were chained by Imam Ali alayhi salam. That is why this battle is called as Dhatus Salasal. Imam Ali alayhi salam have not even reached Medina, that Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam bring this surah and give Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam the news of success. When he turned, the Holy Prophet received Imam Ali alayhi salam outside the city of Medina. When Imam Ali alayhi salam saw Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he came down from the horse. Then Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "O Ali, if there had not been the risk of people idolizing you as the Christians worship Isa, I would have made public such of your merits as would make people use the soil under your feet to cure their ailments." हज़रत मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, ए अली, अगर मुझे उम्मत की गुमराही का खौफ ना होता तो मैं तुम्हारे बारे में वो बात कहता जिसे लोग तुम्हारे कदम की खाक शिफा के वास्ते ले जाते. These verses were revealed on this occasion, Minhaj-us-Sadiqeen. This is another saying of Imam Jaffer Sadiq alayhi salam, and this I put for basically for the zakirs and for the alims of our Ahl Bayt. Imam Jaffer Sadiq alayhi salam said, "O Abu Harun, recite a couplet regarding Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he recited a few lines. Imam Jaffer-sadiq alayhi salam said, "Recite them as they should be recited, that is, recite them with grief." Then he recited, "When you pass a grave of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, say to his pure bones." Imam cried a lot and said, "Continue reciting." He recited one more poem. Imam alayhi salam cried even more, and wails were heard from behind the curtains also. And when he finished reciting, Imam said, "O Abu Harun, one who cried after reciting the poems of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and make 10 people cry, Allah would make everyone enter paradise."
One who cried after reciting the poems of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and makes 5 people cry, every one of would set paradise. One recites the poem of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and makes 1 person cry. Paradise would be made obligatory for both of them. If discussion of Imam Hussein alayhi salam is held in front of a person and a tear equal to the wing of a fly comes out of his eye, his reward is with the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't be satisfied without giving him paradise.
Yeah, so this basically hadith I put the cause behind this is that we should know the status of alims and also the status of zakirs, who is basically the production of our community, and we should not say lanat to those zakirs, uh, and we should have this hadith in front of us basically,
We should have respect for the alims
and the
zakirs.
zakirs.